Welcome to Spill Podcast, the show that highlights values that are essential in our daily relations and a safe space for honest expressions, where we get to address issues that are detrimental to an individual, a business, and of course, the society at large. I'm your host, Radio Girl, and I'm excited to bring you on this journey of discovery, learning, and entertainment. Okay, so good evening. Welcome to Spill Podcast Show. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you very much. So, for everyone listening, today we have a very special guest joining us in the studio, and she goes by the name Okokwe Precious. She is an entrepreneur with the brand name Precious Wardrobe. Good evening, Ma. It's so nice having you with us. We are excited.
Thank you very much, and I'm excited to be here too.
Okay, guys, so this is what you need to know about the CEO. She's a CEO who delivers quality. Like, if you're looking for the best, top notch, anything at all, anything fashionable, you're looking for luxury wears, you can always trust that brand to deliver to you. And she delivers nationwide. Whatever part you are in Nigeria, anywhere at all, she'll get that at all step. You can check her out on Instagram actually. She's on Instagram, Precious Wardrobe. So, Ma, before we dive into our discussion, could you tell our listeners a bit more about yourself and your background?
Okay, my name is Precious Okokwe Precious, and I'm a native of Esa Northeast from Edo State. I'm the first of three, and I'm a student of University of Calabar, a med lab student of University of Calabar. So that's all.
Okay, that's fascinating. So I guess today is also a student. Wow, a medical student for that matter. So today we're going to be talking about hopes, dreams, and realities on our main edition titled Startup. And I'm really looking forward to hearing your perspective on all of them. So are you ready to dive in?
Yes, ma.
Hey, to start us off, could you share your thoughts on dreams? Like, why are dreams so important? What do you think about dreams?
Okay, I feel dreams are your hope. What will actually move you into that particular thing that you intend having. So it's very, very important to dream, to hope, because actually a catalyst to getting to that particular place or that high top that you want to actually get to.
Okay, so she's making us understand that it is very important to dream so as to get somewhere in life that's interesting. And I can say I can take that, and actually I can relate on that. Can you also share with us a time in your life when you felt hopeful? You know, that time in your life when you really felt hopeful about something or anything at all.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I would say at every sport or at every point of my life, I have been hopeful because I believe I can always get to wherever I want to get to if I try, if I work hard, and if I'm consistent about that particular thing, I will always get to that place I want to get to. So I'm always hopeful about anything and anywhere about my life.
So you're making us understand that you're always hopeful. Always hopeful. Yeah. Now, being a very hopeful person, like you're always hopeful. I want to
There's
ask, starting as an entrepreneur, you must have had your vulnerable moments, like moments where Either what you were about starting, you were not so sure if it was that line of business you want to go to. You had your doubts one or two ways. So I would like you to share with us a difficult reality you were faced with, and how did you handle and overcome that reality?
I didn't get the question.
Okay. I'm asking, starting as an entrepreneur, when you were about starting your business,
Mhm.
you had your little time of challenges. So I would like you to share with us a difficult reality you were faced with at the time you were about to start.
Mm. Okay. My difficult moments as an entrepreneur or difficult times is about it was about delivery. Yes, it's always very easy to collect the money from the customers. It's always very easy to advertise your product, but when it comes to delivery, it's always a difficult thing. Even with big brands, they are still facing that particular thing because you can never be predictable with logistics. Yes, logistics, they can always disappoint you. So it was really very, very difficult. There were times where I will go out, or maybe I will send out an order, and the particular time I told the customer it will not arrive by then, and I will have to start panicking. There were times I even cried. There were times I stood under the sun just to wait for drivers and all. There were times I fought with drivers, with logistic companies just to meet up with delivery. So delivery was really, really a very, very huge challenge at my startup. But I believe with time, when I started planning, started arranging, started looking for strategies and ideas on how to go about the deliveries, it really became a lot easier. So delivery is one challenge about maybe online business or a startup of a business.
Okay, okay. Can actually relate to that kind of story because in Nigeria it is one problem or the other, especially delivery. Like I think it's just one shortcomings that we need to actually look into as a country because even big organizations face such challenges as well. Delivering on time to customers. So you're making us to understand that presently your issue is actually delivery, but you've been able to find your way around with good planning and strategy. Okay, I would also like you to share with us before you started Pressure Wardrobe. Before you started Pressure Wardrobe, what had you not almost starting it? Like when you had this, okay, yeah, I want to start this. Was there anything like fear or doubt? You're not so sure you want to. Did friends actually really support, or you see some friends just felt, I beg you just want to do things it will die. How did you feel starting off? Did you have the support financially, morally around people with people around you?
Mm. Okay. This was really a tough time and it's still a tough issue. Okay, starting up, it was not easy. It was not easy, especially when you don't have support from anybody. Like, see, it's really a big issue. Running a business without support is huge. I can tell you it's huge because there are times where you want to do adverts and there's no money, like it's not coming from anywhere. You just have to tax yourself up again, try harder to be able to do those things. So basically when I started there was no moral support. Nobody was supporting me, even financially, morally. Nobody was telling me move, move. The only thing in my mind when I was doing my business was me. I was my support, that drive or that love, that passion of me having my own money, being financially stable was my drive. So even when there were no patronage at some point and I wanted stopping, I had to motivate myself. I had to drive. I had to keep saying I needed to be financially stable. I needed to own my own money because there are some things I wanted to do. Nobody would do it for me. So I just have to keep on going, 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 even if there are no patronage. There are times 2 weeks there will be no patronage and you just want to give up. But no, you just have to be consistent because I believe online business is consistency and how much you intend to grow. That is how you drive, and that is how the online business or business generally is. So it was just my self motivation. That's all.
Self motivation, self motivation, self motivation. Okay, earlier speaking, you said something about you really didn't have the support around people, like people around you couldn't give you much support. So how did that experience shape your
Yeah.
approach to pursuing your dreams? Like for someone like me, I'm very sure at that point in time I'll just pack up and say because looking at it, you're actually a student, so you already have your academics to think of. Now trying to set up something, you're seeing the big picture, but nobody's really supporting. So how did that experience shape your approach to pursuing your dreams? You were still consistent at it. You still held the dream on. How?
Okay. I would say I because I had a focus or a vision or I had this picture of where I want my brand to go. Even when people were not supporting me, I didn't relent. I moved. I even had to start doing two things at the same time, doing my business and working at the same time to be able to have enough finance to market my business out there, to be able to place adverts, to be able to get my business in the faces of people. I had to go on a monthly work that can be paying me monthly so as to be able to finance my business because I saw that nothing was coming forth from anybody, not even the least money support was coming. So I had to just take a little, work and started working one side and then doing my business also.
Okay. I would like to ask you a very interesting question. And because me myself, I'm already getting a lot of motivation from hearing your story alone. I would like to ask this question. When did you first like when did you first get interested in doing this business you're doing presently? When did you first have this vision about
Okay,
it?
when I started was during the COVID-19. When I saw in my, like I went back home, there was nothing. I knew money will not come from anywhere. Even when I'm in school, money barely comes. No talk of when I'm home. And I had a lot of things I needed to do for myself. I was tired of asking my parents and all. So, and looking at my bank account, it was dry. I was like, I needed to start something. No. So my friends at that time they were into this business, and I was always posting for them, advertising for them, and all. So one thing, something dropped in me, and be like, you can actually gain money from this stuff that you're doing. No, that was how I started actually. I started posting and started reading about more about what I was doing, and I found out that there's actually a name for it. So this business or this vision or this name started in the year 2020 during the COVID-19 era.
During the COVID era. Me, the COVID era, a dream was better than you've actually come this far. That's how many years now? That's 3 years and counting. That's actually very, very interesting to know. It is important to acknowledge the realities we face in the pursuit of our dreams. It's very, very important. Now, looking at where you're coming from and looking at where you are presently, can you tell us about a dream you had for your business that became a reality? You know, when you for me, okay, being a host, I hope that one day I will be on one big platform. Yes, that is my dream for myself. So you now, and this presently where you are with your business. Now your business is 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. So what is that particular dream you had for your business that has become a reality?
Okay. I actually had okay, I actually have two dreams that my business becomes worldwide, and truly it has started being worldwide because I think I've done two transactions with people, with two persons or three persons outside the country already. Yes, my brand is outside the country, like they are wearing it, and some persons are seeing it over there. And I think the first person I did with, the person is in UK, and his friends saw it, like they loved the quality of what I had, and they actually patronized. And also the challenge of packaging, like having a branded nylon, like having a good packaging nylon for my brand, is really really tasking, because if you don't have enough money you can't get to that particular place. So God helped me actually, and today I have a branded nylon for my brand. So those particular things, and also I look forward to having more transactions with, with bigger people and bigger market space. So God is helping me and we're moving.
So that's a thing to celebrate. Let me say you are living a part of your dream already. That's actually a big one. Congratulations, man. Let me say that. Let me give that to
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, so one more question. We still have one or two to cover. I just have this particular question. It's for a friend. I was in a conversation with someone during the week, and the person is actually handling the business, but receives criticism from the friends around and more from the family. She believes she can do something like this thing she's doing, she's the best at it and she's doing it well. But she's having issues with criticism from people that she calls her loved ones. So in the aspects where you are faced with criticism as an entrepreneur, as a business person, or an individual, how do you handle it when you are just in the beginning part of your business?
Firstly, you have to look at why actually you started that particular business. What was your drive? For me, it's you and you. You were your drive. This was my drive, or this is the particular thing why I started it. For yourself, you said, I want to be financially free. That's why I actually started this particular thing. So there is nothing anybody should say that should matter. Yes, because this is your brand. This is you. Your brand is you. So if you truly want you to get out there in the face of the world, there is nothing anybody should say that should matter. It's what you say that should matter. So no other person should come except you and your brand. So I just believe everything, anybody that wants to say anything has a free space to say anything. Even Jesus faced criticism. So if you are facing criticism right now as a starter or a business person, it doesn't matter and it should not matter. All you should be looking at is where you want you and your brand to get to. So by the time you get to that particular place, those persons that be criticizing you, they will definitely be the ones to celebrate you. So I just believe about you and what you have started. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Now, personally, for myself, I want to ask, is it possible that while I'm being hopeful, like I have hope something tangible is about to happen, is it possible that I still have fears and doubts? Like I'm still doubting something. I'm hopefully to work out, but maybe one little thing just happens along the way, and I'm just scared for no reason.
Yeah, it's really, really possible. It's very, very possible to have fears and doubts too. Like me, when I was starting this business, I had fears of people not patronizing, people not buying. I had fears because this particular fashion line business is a real competition. Like people were already into it rampantly. So I had fears that what why how will people even patronize me? Why will people patronize me? I had so many doubts that people won't buy. So there is room, even with the hope, there's room for greater fear than even the hope. But you just have to try to make sure that the hope conquers or overcomes the fear.
So now, what advice would you give to someone who is considering starting their own business or any innovation? It might not be business per se, it might be probably a skit or a content person. What advice would you give such person?
Okay. My advice is that you know better about that particular business. Yes. You will know right now businesses are all over. So you should be able to break out of the box. You should be able to think out of the box. You should be able to tell people why they should patronize you. They should be able to sit properly and analyze why you should go into this particular business. What is the new idea you'll be able to bring to this business? So I will advise the person to sit and think, like think hard about why this particular, why me, why should I go into this particular business even when it is rampant. There are so many things you even want to go in that is already in display. There is kit making, there is fashion, there is anything you want to go into is already in display. But for you to be able to go into it, you have to think out of the box. Why should I enter into it? Or what is the best, or what is that unique thing I'm going to put or show out to the world that will make people actually buy or patronize me or look out for my brand. So you should be able to think, even if it will take you a long time, please take time to look at and survey about that particular business or that particular thing you want to go into.
So, what keeps the CEO of Fresh Wardrobe going? What keeps you going? What makes you stand up every day and say, okay, it's a brand new day, I'll be hopeful, I'll keep at my dreams. So, what keeps the CEO going?
Okay, what keeps me going is hmm, what keeps me going is I've actually started it. I can't go back. I've come too far to go back. Yes, I look forward to owning a big fashion brand that will serve that will serve the society. So my drive is owning that big particular brand that will serve the society. So I've gone too far to go back. I just can't close all my dreams and everything because of little challenges. So you just have to look at the big picture and keep going and keep striving and keep being consistent. So me looking at the bigger picture in front, that's what keeps me going no matter what.
Thank you very much, Ma. Listening to your story is quite fascinating and very, very insightful. I've been able to learn one or two things on my own, and honestly, I will keep my dreams going no matter no matter what challenges I face, no matter what people around me are saying, I will keep at it because definitely, maybe Michelle, I'll be counting 3 years from now. Thank you very much. So, on a very lighter note,
Thank you,
can you
man.
tell us one thing about yourself that most people are not aware of? Just one thing, maybe one particular secret people don't know about you.
Hmm. What would that thing be that people don't know about me? Wow, wow, wow. Like in what sense actually?
Maybe one thing, maybe if a kind of food you like, or what you like to do with your spare time when you're not so busy with business or school. One thing you just enjoy doing on your own.
Ah, okay. Whenever I'm less busy though, that thing people don't know. Maybe I just listen to music, actually write songs, and just try to listen, write songs, do some things, and just that's all. Writing songs and listening to songs. That's what I do in my spare time.
So, guys,
Okay,
that's
okay.
all we have for today. I want to say a very big thank you to our guests on the studio with us. My precious, I really, really appreciate. Thank you for taking your time to join us and sharing your insights. God bless you. Thank you. I hope one day again when we send our invitation, you honor our invitation.
All right. Thank you for having me,
Thank you,
for
ma.
having small me.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to Spill Podcast. Don't forget to follow us on Spotify and on YouTube for more episodes. See you next time. It's a wrap for today. Thank you very much. Good night.